Hello, I'm Chris Richmond, and today I'm off on another one of my single bell adventures. Now, every so often an opportunity arises where I get to see locations I would have never have thought of visiting. Remember in my previous film about the Ep32, I met North Tuddenham resident Mike Smith, who was a key figure in organising the recent restoration of St Mary's Church.
Yeah, so back in 2016 we were looking for grant money for the church, restoration of the church, and I applied for a lottery fund donation. And I applied, but it was rejected because I didn't know enough about the village. So this prompted me to do a lot of research about the history of North Tuddenham, its churches, the people, and the book that I wrote, The Village Appraisal of North Tuddenham. I thought that would get me through the grant problem, but it didn't, and I applied again, and they said it wasn't urgent, which is ironic because 3 years later the church was about to fall down. But it was successfully restored, and that's my attachment to North Tuddenham. It's actually the church.
Normally kept under lock and key, and for good reason, the interior of this unassuming village church is stunning. Gleaming tiles line the walls of the nave, and everything is so heavily decorated. The fabulous west window was cleaned up as part of the restoration, and contains medieval glass reclaimed from a builder's yard in the late 19th century. But despite the heavy decoration and fortress-like appearance, the tower only contains one bell, possibly one of the oldest in Norfolk.
I have to say this is a lot cleaner than some spiral staircases I've been up in my various bell exploring adventures. Aha! Here we are.
Said to have been cast in around 1380 by Thomas of Lynn, the single bell hangs in a frame that dates from many centuries later and was last restored in 2013 after many years of silence. Of course, I had to try it out.
Good luck. Off you go.
The bell sounds a nominal note of B plus 25 cents, but you can hear by the sharpness of the hum in comparison that this bell is certainly of the old style tuning. But whilst it seems no expense was spared, particularly during Reverend Barry's lavish restyle at the height of the Victorian era, there are no records stating that there was ever any more bells here within the tower of St Mary's North Tuddenham. Thanks to Mike for allowing me to explore this fantastic rural treasure. Thanks for watching. Now for the obligatory closing paragraph. If you enjoy my quirky, if slightly self-indulgent adventures, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.